And that's about the extent of it right now, except we're heavily involved in budget, taxes, and you name it, we're doing it.
Anything for department heads? Chief,
No, sir.
would you touch lightly on what happened this morning?
I'm not sure where that stands.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Well,
in our,
okay, the corporate office called me and told me about it. So, but I don't know any details, and I didn't go into any.
an individual entered a facility in Westport Village allegedly armed with a firearm. There was a confrontation with a relative. Our officers responded and assisted on that. I don't know if Westport ultimately apprehended the individual. I know there was some communication with them, but everything is fine now.
Can't hear you, you gotta get down there and
I can't hear you, Mark.
We're worried about safety, but you're gonna have to put the mic in your mouth and send it 3 other people's mouths, I guess.
We were worried about lateness. Anyway, it was a successful police endeavor with the city of Westport, city of Fort Worth, and River Oaks Police Department.
Why were we called for Westport?
Well, we're pretty much the go-to people. We can be there. We monitor their channel. We back each other up pretty regularly. All my guys are out on a call. There's another call that comes in. They'll take calls for us. We'll take calls for them.
Did y'all hear that? No, we didn't hear it.
Just paraphrase for us what is, something happened, now it's okay.
Okay, they responded. That's basically helped me here, Chief.
Westmore Senior Living, Westworth Village. They had an active shooter supposedly there. Westworth Village, City of Fort Worth, and River Oaks all were there on scene. Nothing happened. They went through, they had a lockdown, put everybody in place. And what happened after that, I don't know, but the corporate office called me and explained it to me today. But I do know they locked that place down tight.
You know it's bad when you've got paraphrase.
Hey, we can't say which business, is that the corporate office?
The corporate office is what called me, along with all other people that have,
Corporate office of what company?
it's Westmore Senior Living there behind QT at Westworth Village. But I don't know the name of the corporate it's under. They have several units like that throughout the state.
Did you get that? Yes. Yeah, okay, thank y'all.
Meyer?
Yeah, Meyer, you're on here.
Yeah, if anybody has any questions, we continue to, the virus continues to grow. We just need to be careful. It's getting closer
And closer. Sorry, I bet you couldn't hear me a minute ago. All right, Dan?
Can you hear it now, Dan?
That's bad, you can't hear Meyer.
Have you got your volume turned up?
Yeah, maybe we need to go to a portable mic.
Yeah.
But anyway, we just need to be real careful out there. It continues to grow. It's got a little closer. We're at 110 now. There's a little bit less than that because people's gotten better and came back. But again, when you get this disease or this virus, you can have it and you can get it back. Not everybody, it's not 100%, but you can get it back. So if you have it and you've been fortunate enough to get through it, keep looking around the corner because it might come back to visit you. That's about it, unless somebody's got some questions.
Now, I've got a comment on that, watching the news this morning. Supposedly Dallas County, it started to decline quite a bit, but Judge Jenkins says to keep wearing your mask, don't let your guard down because we're not out in the woods. Also, they said now the way they're going to track this, that they're only going to, if whatever shows up on a death certificate, if it says corona on the death certificate, they'll count it. But if it says something other than that, pneumonia, whatever, it will not be counted in the future. So that's gonna give a false indication when it comes down, because, the pneumonia could be caused by the virus, but if the death certificate says pneumonia, it will not be counted.
John?
Yeah, I got several questions. Let me, you answer some of them, Marvin. Gordon, you on, Gordon?
You gotta unmute, Gordon, get up to an app.
If he's gone, Marvin can probably answer it. Marvin, let me answer it.
I'm here now, sir.
Okay, the chlorine burns. Why are we having to do that?
Why are we having to do the chlorine burn?
We're reaching levels in the system as far as minerals and a buildup in the system that we monitor it on an annual. Well, we monitor it year round, and usually once a year, about this time of year, we decide that the levels are where we need to initiate it with TCEQ. So we report the TCEQ and request a 30-day chlorine burn, and this is something we do on an annual basis. One is to remove the biofilm from the lines.
So it's heat related somewhat too.
Is it heat related?
Yeah.
Yes, the heat will cause the nitrification bacteria to build up.
And we're having a terrible manganese problem.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do what?
So this is not something that will go away with all the new system that we put?
No, sir, it will not.
What did you say we were having a terrible problem with?
Manganese out of the lake.
Okay.
When we get a lot of rains, correct me if I'm wrong, Gordon, when we get a lot of rains coming down from Eagle Mountain there, our manganese level goes through the roof, and we have to be able to treat that because it eats up chlorine.
A little bit more information on that is that some of the rains, torrential rains that were back up towards Bowie, they were getting 10 inches. We got 2 events where we had 10 inches of rain back there. So with that flooding that they have, they not only release water over the spillways, but they open gates, and they, some of those gates are designed at the bottom. And when they're pulling water off the bottom of the lakes, that's when we see a higher level of manganese.
And a bunch of complaints about every year, well.
Hopefully not, sir. Hopefully as we continue and we can offset this, and we are working with Marvin right now, some engineers on other forms of treatment to help with the manganese, but the nitrification bacteria, that will still remain. But if we can keep that buildup down, then we won't have to do it. Our goal is not to do it, but this particular year we felt that we need to do it one more time.
And TCEQ does recommend it once a year. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And,
How does the city of Fort Worth have to do that?
They do.
City of Fort Worth, my colleagues over there, they do not like to do it because of how large their system is and also the calls that they receive. So what they tend to do is they do a significant amount of flushing when they start reaching high levels to burn it off that way. And currently right now with the short staff that we have, it's easier to handle it this way than that. My staffing issues is pretty, we're reaching critical levels. I've got 5 people out this week, 2 medical, and 3 are setting out on COVID quarantine. And then I still have 4 open positions, so we're actually combining departments to make some things happen.